Wondering what that is. You gotta get down. Hello, Carrie. Hello, friends from One Crafty Sister and Maple, who wants to get in my shirt right now because it is thundering outside and she doesn't like a thunderstorm. So I'm holding her for a second while I talk to you, and I will put her down in a minute. So welcome everyone to the rescheduled week 2 of my 13th birthday celebration, my Stampin' Up birthday celebration. Just to give you guys an update, if you didn't see my post earlier this week, I was supposed to go on live on Tuesday like normal, and I had to take my husband to the emergency room. So he was not well on Thursday. And all they could tell us is that he picked up some kind of bug, like a bacteria. Don't know if it was food poisoning or if he picked it up from someone else. But he was pretty sick for a few days, and they really couldn't do anything but give him anti-nausea medicine. And so he is doing much better today. This is his best day this week, so that's awesome. He actually went with me this morning and we walked a 5K this morning at one of the park runs in Gainesville. So if you guys, I don't know if you have where you live park runs, and I did not run, I just walk right now. I have messed up knees and back and I just don't run. But in your town, look for park run, and they are weekly 5Ks that you can go walk or run. And we have 2 of them in Gainesville, one in downtown Gainesville at Depot Park and another one at the old West Side Golf Course in across the street from town of Tioga. And so we did that this morning. And so he is doing much better. He doesn't have his full appetite back, but he's feeling like he's not going to die. So that's a good thing. So anyway, I was so sad to miss coming live on Tuesday night for that was my actual 13th Stampin' Up birthday on Tuesday. So I had it all planned and everything. And then, life gets in the way. But the good thing that delay allowed is we got new internet yesterday. So I'm hoping that the stream is going to be nice and smooth with no issues. We got fiber internet yesterday installed at the house, and the guy who installed it assured me that I should have beautiful streaming with no breaks and stuff like that. So I am really excited about that. Now, it is thundering and lightning outside, so who can control everything? But hello, Amanda and Karen and Diana. As you guys tune on, I'd love for you to say hi in the comments just so I know that you're here. I love knowing where you're from. So I see Diana is from Kinston, North Carolina. I know where Karen's from, and I know where Amanda's from, and Carrie and some of the others that are on that I see you. I know where you're from. But if you are new to One Crafty Sister, hello and welcome to my 13th birthday celebration. Who would have known 13 years ago that I would be here today doing what I'm doing, what I love, what I have so much fun doing with paper crafting? I had no idea that it was going to take me to the places that it has taken me in the last 13 years. I had no idea that it was going to bring the friends in my life into my life that it has. I had no idea that what it was going to do for my own personal development and my personal confidence. I had no idea. Just it has impacted my life in so many ways. I feel so very blessed, and I do. I just feel really blessed. So thank you for being here to celebrate. So for my 13th birthday celebration, I have a special that is going to go from today through next Saturday. So a full week plus a tiny bit more. So from Saturday to Saturday, we are having the Lucky 13 special to celebrate my 13 years. So lucky 13. So the special is that with every purchase of $75 or more, you are going to get a lucky 13 gift bag. Okay. So in this bag is going to be, at a minimum, there is going to be a stamp set, maybe current, maybe retired. There will be a sampler pack of 48 sheets of 6x6 designer series paper, a collection from my retired stash. There will be a full-size embellishment and a full-size roll of ribbon. Okay, so all of that is in here. So that is easily 20, 30, 40, 50. This is about $60 in retail product. Okay, so you will get about $60 in retail product with every $75 purchase that you make in my online store between today and next Saturday. And the fun thing about Lucky 13 is that there's going to be some extra things thrown in. You might get something even better. So one thing that I will be giving away is double rewards. So I'm going to draw a name from everyone, and some lucky person, my husband's probably going to draw it. Some lucky person is going to get double rewards. So I'm going to gift you. You'll make $7.50 in rewards when you place a $75 order. But if it's over that, whatever it is, I'm going to gift you double the rewards. I also have some other fun gifts that I'm going to draw names for out of those who place orders for their fun Lucky 13 bag. Look how pretty. I had to pull out the birthday celebration dies and make a pretty tag for the bag with the Lucky 13 on there. So I'm excited to give these bags out to you. Okay, so but what we're really here to do is to do some crafting, right? So the week before, week 1, I did 2012 and 2013 projects. Did I put them up here? What did I do with them? I don't even know what I did with them. Goodness. Oh, no, that's not them. I can't even show them to you right now because I'm not sure where they are. Oh, I brought them to my studio. That's why I don't see them here. They are on my board at the studio. But I will show you. This was my 2012 card, and I did a party banners die shaped birthday card. We'll just put this over here. And then I also remade a Z-fold fun fold card with the Everyday Arches bundle. Okay, so let's show you what we're gonna make today. Oh, that is a big picture. Okay, 2014. This is the inspiration card from 2014. This was a beautiful floral stamp set, and I used 2 colors on here. I believe it was strawberry slush and mint macaron. Now, mint macaron is no longer a color of ours. However, strawberry slush is. So I am going to use some strawberry slush to remake a card. And I will be using the Cone Flowers Celebration Bundle. Now, this thing keeps going in and out of stock, and it is in stock again, okay? This is such a fun bundle. It has this beautiful big flower, butterfly, and great sentiments, okay? It also has some really cool dies, and we're going to use almost all of them tonight. So let's flip the camera down to a cat, to a maple. Come here, maple girl. Let's get her out of here. Are you scaredy cat, little girl? I'm sorry, baby girl. Okay. So I have some pieces and parts. Let's see. Put this just up in the corner, so we'll keep that handy. My inks are Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, and some soft sea foam in place of that mint macaron. And I'm going to show, I made one card, but I'm going to make a different card. So this was kind of a simple version of it. So this is using the cone flower, and can you see how sparkly that is? Look at that. There you go. You can see that. I colored this with Wink of Stella and using a little bit of extra ink. Okay, but it says celebrating you, happy belated birthday. And then on the inside it says, I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. This is great for me because I'm really good at forgetting to send birthday cards on time. But this is just all I did was stamp this, die cut it out, and color it, okay, with the cone flower. Okay. I wanted to do something a little different. Similar layout, okay, so you see my card up in the left-hand corner. That was the inspiration, okay. Similar colors. I chose a flower and did similar style. It was a horizontal card or landscape, and I made it a portrait, okay. But I am going to do something a little different because I love the dies for this bundle. So let me make sure I have everything out of my envelope. I already cut them all, but there's this cool die for the cone flower so that you can make cute little pop-up elements on your card. You can put a secret little message in there. I'm not going to use it that way tonight, but I wanted to show you that it makes that. I also think you could make this into a butterfly. I mean, look at that. If you gave it some antenna, you could make this a butterfly, even like that. Like, I feel like you could cut this and layer them together. It kind of looks like butterfly wings, you know? So anyway, we're going to use this just like this tonight. There is a detailed die of the cone flower. There is this really cool little circle border. And it makes really, I have it all sitting here. It makes really fun confetti from the circles that you could totally put in your envelope so that it falls out when they open their card. And then I also cut out some of the leaves. Okay. So we're not going to do a whole bunch of stamping for the flower, but we are going to do some coloring on this, some blending, and we will do some stamping for our sentiment to kind of take this idea, but I wanted to do something a little more elevated because, oh, Tara, that is a great idea. It does kind of look like one of those little bubble skirts. Yeah, that is a great vision there. It's fun how we can see different things in that. I mean, or like a little mini dress, like if you cut just a tiny bit off, but it could be like a little mini dress, like this is a strapless dress. Cute idea. Cute idea. Okay. So I've got some pieces and parts here. We are going to do some color blending. So I'm going to bring out, I just have some paper that I'm going to use to do some color blending. So I wanted to give this a little more detail. Oh, there's one piece missing out of my envelope. It's the top of the flower. Where is it? I know I cut it. It's not in my envelope. Well, we might have to get a piece of pecan pie out and cut it because I don't see it. Is it on the floor? It's not on the floor. Let me do that real quick. Pecan pie. Here is pecan pie I'm using for the center of the flower. I wonder where it disappeared to. Definitely not in there. All right. So I'm just going to cut out this real quick over to the side where my cut and emboss is. And I just wanted to make it easy by having everything pre-cut for this tonight. Stick that back down in there. All right, so I wanted to just do some shading on here to give it a little bit more detail. So I'm going to start with the Darling Duckling, and I'm going to color on the top of the flower. Now, I couldn't quite get the look that I wanted, but if you look at pictures of cone flowers, the centers of them are really dark, but they're yellow on the ends. And I almost felt like it might have been better to do it in yellow and then shade with the darker color. But this is what I did. And I just wanted to give it a little bit of dimension. Okay, so just a little bit of detail and dimension. I'm also going to blend some of the strawberry slush ink onto the detailed flower here. Onto the petals. And it won't be super visible when I'm doing this, but when it all gets layered together, you will see. Now, if you don't have a good collection of our new in colors, the Darling Duckling, the this Strawberry Slush, the Secret Sea, Cloud Cover, and Timid Tiger, all of our products, almost all of our products with those colors are currently on sale. So if you don't have your re-inkers, it's a great time to buy them. They're only $4 and something right now. It's a great sale. Okay, so I did that, just giving them some color. And although you can't see it, but when you layer it onto here, you can see the detail there. You can see the additional color. And then the last thing that we need to do some shading on is our stem and our leaves. I just wanted to give them some detail. Oh, but I do want to attach my leaves together first. So there are two pieces. There is a solid and a detail. And I'm going to just glue them together down at the bottom. Just a little bit of liquid glue. So I was thinking recently about my real 13th birthday party and trying to remember what I did. I'm pretty sure that for my 13th birthday party, I had a group of friends over. But like I was trying to think, like I really am not sure I can remember. Is that crazy? That I'm not sure I can remember my 13th birthday party. Like maybe it wasn't anything so spectacular. I don't know. I mean, turning 13 can be a really big deal. It's kind of like a milestone birthday, right? All right. While you're thinking about that, tell me in the comments if you remember what you did for your 13th birthday. I'm just giving a little bit of color to my stem and leaves. But do you remember what you did for your 13th birthday? Curious if you remember. All right, so I'm just taking my brush and giving it a little dusting of color. '13 was so long ago, right? The real 13. I seriously don't remember. I was thinking of some pictures where I had some friends and we were in bathing suits, but I think that was at my friend Veronica's 13th birthday party. And it had like a bunch of my really good friends in the photo, but I'm pretty sure that was Veronica's party. Okay, so Let's see. Diana says her 13th birthday party was way too long ago to remember. Julie says she doesn't remember her 13th, but she'll always remember her 40th because it's the day her dad was diagnosed with cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Julie. That is not easy and not something fun you want to remember on your birthday, huh, friend? I remember my 40th birthday. Let's talk about our our most memorable birthdays. I could tell you guys a really, like, the further away it gets, I don't mind telling this story about my 40th birthday, but I was really embarrassed. I was really embarrassed afterwards about my 40th birthday. So I'll tell you the story, and then if you have a fun or even embarrassing story about one of your birthdays, I'd love for you to share it. Oh, you know, I glued that together, but that wasn't my intention. I meant to put dimensionals in the middle, so I will just pop this up with dimensionals. But let me tell you about my 40th birthday. So my 40th birthday was a few years ago. I am 51 now, so it's been enough years. You know how some things like you can't talk about to your parents, but you can talk about when it's so many years ago? Like, I just remember things that I would never have talked to about my parents, but you get to an age and you're like, whatever. It's been that long. It's not like I'm going to get in trouble anymore, whatever. So I kind of feel like I can talk about my 40th birthday now like that. So my husband David had taken me to Crystal River, which is here in Florida, about an hour and a half from our house, maybe. And I love Crystal River in Homosassa. And so we got a room at the Plantation Inn, which is this hotel on a golf course there in Crystal River. And they have a tiki hut out by the pool. Now, my birthday's in January, so we weren't hanging out in the pool. I just glued this on, and I'm going to add my flower with some dimensionals. But we went out to the tiki hut, and they had this stuff. I don't remember what it was called, but it was close to something like jungle juice or something like that. And it was sold in a bucket. And David and I shared it. You know, we didn't need it all to ourselves. So we shared it and enjoyed an afternoon of sitting along the canal there that's spring fed, and there were manatees swimming in the canals. So that was fun to see the manatees. All right, so I've got my flower on there and the stem, and I'm just going to turn this over and trim. Oh, Joan, your 21st birthday was in Lake Tahoe. That's on my list of places I have not been to yet, but I want to go. So we had a nice little time and enjoyed our drink, and then later went to a restaurant to eat dinner. And at the restaurant, I proceeded to have a couple martinis. Still fine. Stamping happy belated birthday on the card on the bottom here. So was still doing a-okay. Definitely felt good from my cocktails, if that's the right word to use. And we went back to the hotel, and David says, let's just walk into the bar and see what's going on in the restaurant bar. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went in there, and we met two really nice guys from Nova Scotia, and they just started buying us drinks. Not a good plan, friends, not a good plan. I was really, really over alcoholed. And the next day I got really sick. Now, I told you I'm embarrassed by this story. Let me pause the story for a minute and tell you, I'm stamping the second sentiment. So in my sample card, everything was on the main layer. The big flower there was popped up, okay? But the sentiment was all just on the main layer. I wanted to pop part of my sentiment up. So I have this strip, but I'm going to do something else to it. So I'm just laying it here to make sure that I place my stamp in the right place because I want it centered over the happy belated birthday. Like that. Okay. So I was really sick the next day and we had to ask for late checkout. And even when late checkout was all over, I still couldn't get out of the bedroom and we had to ask for extra late checkout. And then the whole ride home, I was in the back of my car with a plastic bag, still not feeling well. Okay, pause the story. I'm going to show you here. This is that cute little detailed die with all those little circles. I'm going to use it to create the cutest little scalloped border. So I'm going to attach it to my sentiment to where I cover up the circles and all that's left is a cute scallop on the bottom. I do have to trim just a tiny bit off the ends. So long story short, my husband drove me home. I was miserable. And that's the last time in my life I ever had a hangover like that. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. But that's not where the story ends. The story continues because my husband had planned a surprise. My husband and family had planned a surprise birthday party for me for my 40th birthday. And it was supposed to be that Saturday night. He was supposed to bring me home. We were supposed to go home, get dressed, and go out again and go to a surprise 40th birthday party for me. That did not happen. And I was embarrassed about that when I learned about it. We had the party the next week. It was at a venue. They had reserved a venue. They had a caterer. That's why I was so embarrassed, right? You would be. I was, for sure. But it was a lovely party. It was really special. My nephews played music for the night. They kind of had a little rock band, jazz band going on, really. So there's my embarrassing 40th birthday party story. I know some of y'all have some crazy stories. That's one of the things I always love about our weekend retreats because I get to know some of these things about my friends and my customers because we have time to talk and get silly, play games. All right, I am attaching this to the card front. See how cute that is with the little pink scallop? I'm glad the party was the next weekend and that they didn't lose out on the event venue or the catering. But I definitely learned a lesson. And although I do like a good cocktail, I haven't done that to myself since I was 40. Julie, nothing crazy. That's okay. You don't have to have anything crazy. All right, so there is the leaves there. I am going to, I forgot to do it before I did this, but I'm going to slide, if I can, some twine through here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can get it in through there. Just going to use my tweezers to push it through to the other side. I forgot to put a bow on it before, so I'll do it now. Miss Connie, laugh away. It took, I mean, I'm laughing about it now, but I was pretty embarrassed back then. When I learned that all my family had planned, you know, they had planned this nice party for me and I was hungover. Jeez Louise. Anyway. My favorite birthday might have been my 50th birthday. So I went out of town for my 50th birthday with one of my very good friends, Linda, who her birthday is the same day as mine, but she turned 60 when I turned 50. And we took someone that we wanted to, that we really loved. I took my sister Audra and she took her friend and we went on a trip to Vermont. All right, I'm gonna add some of these in color pearls here to our card. These are also on sale. They were out of stock, but I think they're back in stock now. And then we are going to stamp on this piece of paper. What did I do? Oh, you know what? I threw my scrap paper in the trash and I still am not done using it because I need it to do some stamping off. So let's do this again. Okay. So I have a little bit of stamping to do on the layer for the inside. I'm going to stamp the sentiment that says, I'm sorry I missed your special day. Let's extend the celebration. I'm going to put that right there. But then I felt like it needed something else. So I took these little splatters and I wanted it stamped off so it was really light. I just wanted something kind of around the sentiment. And now we'll add that to the inside of our card. Okay. So here is the inspiration. I'll make it bigger so you can see, from 2014. And here is the glow up for 2025. And this was another version that I had done with just the stamping. And then this one I stepped it up a little bit. So there is that fun card. The cone flower dies are just so cool and full of detail, which I love. But you can also just stamp and color. Let's see. So Tara says her favorite birthday was her last one because her husband got you a keyboard and conga and bongo drums. And your sister sent you a guitar. That is amazing, Tara. How fun is that? I used to have a keyboard back in the day. That is super fun. Where can I listen to your music? Are you playing somewhere? All right. So there is my coneflower celebration card. I love this stamp set. The other sentiments are, it's your day, you made my day, thank you. I love that I've known you for so many birthdays. Isn't that so fun for friends that you've known for a long time? I love that sentiment. That is so cool. So if you don't have this bundle, it's a great one to get. right now, and you can use this towards your Lucky 13 online order, where you'll get the Lucky 13 gift package, which I shared at the beginning of the video, which is at least a $60 value. It has a stamp set, 48 sheets of mystery 6x6 DSP, a full pack of embellishments, and a bolt of ribbon. But there will also be someone who's going to win double Stampin' Rewards for their order, and a couple other fun surprises that will go out that we will draw from our orders. And the more orders I get, the more fun stuff I'm going to give away. Okay, so there's 2014. Are you guys ready to move on to 2015? 2015. All right, let's get this picture gone. 2015. All right, when was the last time you did some triple stamping? Have you done triple stamping? This is what's called a triple stamping card, where you have stamps that go over 3 different layers. Okay, it's a really fun technique, and you can even do this with designer series paper. It works really good with rectangle dies and designer series paper. So it's a really neat technique. And I will be sending out the recording of this video, as well as tutorials or project sheets that show all the measurements for these. So you'll want to make sure you're on my email list so you get those, so you can make some cards like this yourself. Now, I recently had a cider donut cider, okay? And it made me feel like I'm ready for autumn. So when I was designing the cards, I'm like, I'm going to use this more than autumn, because the drink that I had, the cider that I had, just really brought me back to a cider mill and getting all the yummy donuts, which are so good. And it made me wish that I was somewhere north for fall, because we don't get that kind of celebration here. Now, this one, we had this bundle has been around since last fall. And if you were not, following Stampin' Up or me back then, you might not recognize it. It's called More Than Autumn, and it is a super fun little fall, but it's got Christmas and Thanksgiving kind of autumny stamps. So it has this can be hot cocoa with whipped cream. It can be a latte. It can be a pumpkin spice latte. Pumpkin spice. It has these cute gingerbread men, sprinkles, marshmallows, candy canes, cinnamon sticks, just like all these cute little things. And although we're not using the dies tonight, oh, Linda, I know that Michigan is great for the fall. And when I have been up there to Michelle's during the fall, and her and Ryan took me to one of the farms not far from the house. So this is a super fun stamp set. We are going to stamp more than use the dies and stuff tonight. And I think you're really going to love this fun card. So, of course, for fall, I got to pull out my black gingham ribbon, because it is perfect for this. We're also going to use some neutral matte dots. And we're going to use a lot of stamps. And I actually kind of just stuck them on my ink pads to keep them so I would remember which was which. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here. I've got some words here. Oops. Whoa! I just dropped a punch. I hope I didn't break it. Seems okay. Seems okay. All right. Let's get started. I'm not even going to show you the sample because I want you guys to see it come together. All right, and remember, I'll send you all the measurements in the email. I'm starting with a crumb cake base because that is just says fall to me, and it's one of my favorite colors. So I'm going to go ahead and take and move these out of the way. Huh, you do know a great retreat location, Linda. I need to figure out when to come up there and visit. Okay, so you are going to have 3 different pieces of white, basic white, that we are going to attach together kind of with not so permanent ways. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of my seal, put some on the back, just in the center, and I'm going to put this in the center like that. And then I'm going to do the same with this piece. Put that in the center. Okay, so you have your 3 pieces and they're all attached, but we're going to be able to get them apart. Okay, I'm going to, because these are photopolymer, I'm going to bring this in. Also going to stamp on a piece of paper because I'm going to go over the edges. Now, this is the fun part. We just get to stamp all over. So I'm going to start out with the biggest stamp, which is the cup. I need to wash these stamps so bad. They have been through a season already, and I need to give them a bath. Do you guys know what I mean? Look at these. They're a mess, and they're not real sticky, but you can clean them up, and they will get sticky all over again. They're plenty sticky enough for what we're doing tonight, so don't worry about that. I need my black ink that got stuck in another card. Okay. Used it on card number 3 as well. Okay, so I'm starting out with my tuxedo black, and I am going to stamp a couple of coffee cups, and I want them, oh, I don't want all that. All right. Yes, they are well loved, but they really need to be taken care of. I didn't love them so much because I haven't cleaned them very well, huh? They've been tucked away. Okay, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap and not smush so hard to not get so much ink in the middle. And I'm going to go over all 3. You want to go over the layers with a lot of stamps. Julie, so you can wash them with just some soap and water. So all you have to do is put them in a bowl with some warm soap and water, and you can clean your photopolymer stamps like that. All right, I'm going to add some whipped cream to the top of this. Thank you, Diana, for sharing. I'm glad that you love what I'm doing. I always appreciate the shares. Okay, so there are 2 cups there. So we are, I think, done with our black. Now I start with the biggest things and then I go to the next biggest thing or close to it. So I'm going to go next with my pumpkin pie and my pumpkin pie ink, of course. Now you could totally do this also with doing everything in tuxedo black and coloring all the things. It would be really cute that way, but I didn't want you guys to have to wait for me to color all the things tonight because sometimes I just don't color super fast. So I'm stamping some pies around the card. Okay. Let's clean these as I go so I can take them off my block. I got to use a bazillion stamps for this one, so I need these blocks. Okay. And this is like literally one of my favorite bundles from last year, and I was so glad that they kept it because it is adorable and it's timeless, and the fonts are so cute and the die cuts are so adorable. So if you don't have it, you need to put it on your next order so you have it in time for the fall season, which is coming up. It's like right around the corner practically. Okay, cider donuts kind of look like crumb cake. So we're going to fill in next with some cider donuts. Trying to get some that go all the way over those layers. I needed this one to be a little over this way. Oh well, it'll all come together fine. Trust me. All right, now I'm going to go in with some little pumpkins, and I did my pumpkins in Coastal Cabana because they were cute that way. So we'll put one up here. This is kind of a fun color combo. All right, and then our last one is a little red apple. Little red apples. Where do I want this one? There we go. All right. That is, I think, all my stamping. Let's just clean these. I need to clean this too, right? Does your chamois look like this? This is well loved too, I guess is what you call it, right, Linda? Well loved. All right. Now, before we take this apart, I'm just going to set this aside. This, let's see, we'll do it out of this. This is going to be one of our layers, but we are going to punch this label punch out of the center. We're going to cover that so it doesn't matter. It's going to be all covered, and we're going to stamp a sentiment on here. Now I want to show you something. You see this stamp here, nothing's better than. That is one long stamp, and it was too long. So I cut it in half. I did surgery on it so I could stack it. And it's okay. I can then, if I want to use it together, just put them on the stamp together. Okay, so it's one of the great things about photopolymer stamps. You can easily do surgery on them and it doesn't hurt your stamps, and it gives you more variety and flexibility with your stamps. So I am going to stamp on this, our sentiment, in Versamark because I'm going to heat emboss it. I'm just going to do my chamois, or not my chamois, my, what's that called? My embossing buddy. And I'm going to stamp first the autumn stamp. Oh, Linda, you have to make one of these cards. You can do it with any type of pattern, and you can even do it with DSP, your patterned papers. Okay, so I'm stamping Nothing's Better Than Autumn. It's fine. It's fine. Get my black embossing powder out. Cover that. It's a little crooked. It's okay. It's handmade, right? That's what I say. It's handmade. It might not all be straight. Okay. Just going to hold this and heat emboss it. Heat it up. Do you believe in magic? That's what heat embossing is. It's magic. All right. So there is my shiny sentiment. Nothing's better than autumn. And now we are ready to start putting all of our layers together. All right. So we're going to gently take these pieces apart. So I just kind of twist, since I have just that one piece of adhesive in the back, and that helps them easily come apart. Our base is going to go on our card front. Where did I put my adhesive? Jennifer. Oh my goodness, in my plain sight, like right in front of me, and I couldn't see it. All right. And you want to make sure you get it right. So this is the top of my hot cocoa or cider or whatever it is. David and I really love the Starbucks hot apple ciders. They're really tasty. So this is your second layer, and it's just going to go onto this piece, this matted piece. Okay, you see that? And then our third piece is going to go on a small mat. Like so. So I'm not going to put it together just yet, but just to show you what this does, it splits it, but the images follow through the layers. Isn't that cool? It is so cool and so cute. All right, but before we put this layer on, we have to give it some ribbon. So I am going to wrap this and give it a bow with my favorite ribbon. This is like such a versatile ribbon for all kind of cards, but it's so great for fall cards, for Christmas and autumn cards. Cute little bow. Trim those ends. Okay. And this is going to go on dimensionals. Now, I have to show you guys something. I have a helper. She's been my assistant for a lot of years, since my very first retreat. And she likes to play shenanigans at retreats. And she started out with spiders and different things. And a couple years ago, she had these boogers. It's not real, don't worry. But she got me today because I have this bag of dimensionals in my little organizing bin right over here. And I pulled it out and that roach was in there. I about lost my heart. And I sent her a not so loving text message. I have a bazillion partially used mini dimensional sheets from an event, so I'm trying to use them. Maple, what are you doing here? Did you come to say hi? You're in the light. You're blocking the light, baby girl. If you weren't on the beginning of the video, it's thundering and lightning outside, and she does not like the thunder. She wants to get close to her people when it thunders if they're home. Otherwise, she'll go hide. I think I got all of them. Let me see. Okay. So I'm using up all these bazillion little guys. I want my bow to be all the way over at the edge. I'm going to make sure we get this lined up like so. See how cute. Right? Did I scare you? Oh, you thought I really had a roach. Nope, that's just good old Julie. Maple, where's my other piece? Is it under you? Oh no, it's right there. Okay. I thought Maple had sat on it. She's coming to do her quality inspection check. That's what she's doing. Yeah, it scared me for a hot minute. But then, I mean, I know this thing has been a million places in my craft room. One time she got me really good, and I got her back. She left one of those automatic playing noise things in one of my bags or in something at the retreat that I brought home, and it got packed away, and it was making noises like a feral cat in heat. I don't know how else to explain it. It was ridiculous. It was like making these crazy noises, and it made like different noises at different times. So our cat at the time, Pirate, I told her that he was making weird noises and we had to take him to the vet, and we thought he was really sick. And so she felt so bad because we took him to the vet because of the noises that her prank was making. It was pretty funny. Okay, so I am adding just some mini glue dots to the back of this because I wanted it to have a little bit of height, but I didn't want it as elevated as dimensionals. And this has a little bit more height than regular adhesive. Tara, yes, this cat, her name is Maple because she's super sweet. All right, now we just need some embellishments. So I have the neutral matte dots. They're so great because they're neutral and they go with all the things. I'm going to use some of these white ones on my little sentiment label. Silly girl. Yes, I am in a cat-friendly home for sure. I do love my little girls. All right, so there is that card. I need to put a layer on the inside, and I feel like I need to stamp some of these on the inside. So let's give it, I'm going to give it a coffee cup, even though I already put it away. It's easy enough to get back out. We're going to give it just over in the corner. And then just for fun, I'm going to put an apple in the center because that's apple cider. One good prank does deserve another. You are right, Linda. And she got it. I've got black embossing powder all over my desk now, sticking to everything. Okay. I want this guy to be colored in a little more. So I'm just going to take some real red Stampin' Blend. I just feel like I want it colored in. And give it a little bit of green to it. Granny apple green. Maple. All right, so there's the little apple. And there is the triple time stamping card. So here is my card from 2015. And there is a card from 2025. What do you guys think? While I put my ink pads away. It's so cute, isn't it? She's such a good helper. She's such a good helper. So you can do this with any of your stamps. It works really great with floral stamps. You can see in my inspiration, I had a sun, I had leaves, butterflies, and some texture stamps. So you could totally do this with any kind of card. Any kind of card, any kind of stamp. And you don't have to do these same like even straight, like you can take maple, you can take and do them where you do different shapes, like different rectangles or squares, and lay them out differently. So it doesn't have to be this way. You just know that you stick all the pieces together and you stamp over the edges and then mat them. So it's a super fun style of card. So there is the remake of 2015. All right. Super cute card. And I am ready to move on to 2016. Just going to put these cute cards up behind me because they're so fun to look at. All right, let me pull up the next card. Tara, I don't have another sample. Well, not what I would just go to Pinterest and search triple time stamping, and there are so many different types and ways to do it. So yeah, the other sample was the same. So here, I did the same thing. So I didn't have a different one, but if you go to Pinterest and search triple time stamping, you'll find all kind of different fun layouts and ways to do these cards. And it really works well with like our notes of texture rectangle dies. You can cut your designer series paper out with a rectangle, a rectangle, and a rectangle, and then cut your matted layers to be 1/8 of an inch wider on each side of your die cut rectangles and make a really cool one with your designer series papers. So there is that card. Okay, now let me pull up 2016's card. So here is, I'll make it big for you just for a second. This is 2016's card. And this was a fun card where we made our own patterned paper using different stamps. And so this one was a fall one. And so I was using some leaves stamps and things. Thank you, Tara. I'm so glad you like it. So I was using fall leaves, and I've been wanting to do this next style of card for a while. So I'm not going to use the same style of shape for stamps. Let me clean these off really quick before we start stamping, before I kick Maple off the table. Baby girl. Because I have to put all these things back up because I need my blocks. Yeah, I'm going to put these in a bath tonight because they are horrendous. Like, really bad. They're not even sticking well. But they will after a good bath. Almost. Here's that one I did surgery on. Nothing's. Oh, she can't see because I got my picture up. Okay, let's move on to this next card. So as you can see in the sample from 2016, there's a layer that has all those pretty leaves on it. Oh, Tara, the deckled rectangles will be great for that. That's a great option. So I'm going to put this smaller up here. I am not going to use a shape like that. But have you guys seen this fun stamp set, not 29 anymore? This has funny birthday sentiments. And I thought, like, I'm celebrating a birthday, a Stampin' Up! Birthday here. So I wanted to make some more birthday cards. So I decided to use this to make a fun background. Yeah, stretch, Maple, get down. Okay. So we are going to do our background using all the sentiments on this not 29 anymore. Okay. So let's pull out our supplies. And I have to show you guys, we're going to use some glimmer paper. And look at this. This is beautiful. So this glimmer paper is currently on sale for $4.40. It's part of our in color sale. So this is our I think this one, oh, I think this is Last Chance. It's not part of the in color sale. This is Last Chance. So I want you to add this to your order because this is great. You get the this is Summer Splash. This is Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Shy Shamrock, and then what's the other one that I'm missing? The Pretty in Pink. Pretty in Pink back there. So this is so pretty, and you get a lot of it, and it's only $4.40, guys. And this Peach Pie makes great candles, candle flames. And you're going to see that here because I'm going to use it to make a little candle flame. So you want that in that glimmer paper because look how sparkly it is. Now before I do anything with this, I am going to punch a circle out of the center that we're going to use on our card. So let me get out our fun color combo. Let's put these up. Oh, what is that? Wrong color spot. Okay, let me put my other inks away. Okay, so our color combo for this card is Tuxedo Black, Summer Splash, Melon Mambo, Crushed Curry. This color combo with a teal, a pink, a yellow, and a black is one of my favorites, absolute favorites. And this is going to be an adorable birthday card. So we have this piece. Let me go ahead and punch out our other circle. This is a 2-inch circle. I'm just going to punch that out. Oh, that did not. Let's see. Punch it a little better. Okay, because we're going to need that later. And did I pull it out of here? We're going to use, we're going to use this. Okay. All right, so let's put some things out of the way because we got some stamping to do. So I will tell you that I did lay these stamps out on a piece of paper to figure out how they were necessarily going to go on here. And so it was a little tricky, but you can definitely figure it out. I laid them out and then I took a picture with my phone of them all laid out, and then I took them off and I went back to stamping because I'm going to cover this whole sheet with all the sentiments from this stamp set. Okay, so I'm going to start over here in the corner with this So Many Candles. I might just have to kind of move this around as I stamp. So Many Candles. Next, let's see, I'm going to do this Older But. Let me just get all my inks out here because I'm going to use them multiple times. So I just need to set them up here so they're easy to get to. Okay, so now I'm going to do Older But. Right there. Oh, look what I did. Look at that. I stamped not so good. The good thing is there's 2 pieces of every piece of paper. So I can turn it over and stamp it better. Okay, So Many Candles. Turn it around. Try to do better. Much better, Jennifer, much better. Okay. Now I need to clean this one off. Got a lot of cleaning to do in between because I'm using all these different stamps. Okay. Now we're going to use our Happy Birthday with our Summer Splash. I'm going to turn this way. And I'm going to stamp it there. Okay. The next one I'm going to use is one of the funniest ones. It says, "Here's to another year of questionable decisions." Here's to another year of questionable decisions. I'm going to stamp that in black over here. Then I'm going in with Treat Yourself because I didn't get you anything. Okay. Now we need another funny one that says, "Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9." Let's get this party started so I can be home by 9. Okay. Next, we are going to do a free cake. Free cake. So like I said, I laid these all out on my paper first to try to figure out how they would all fit. Next is Still Cool. Oops, that's crooked. Still Cool. Next one is Not Wiser. Still Cool, Not Wiser. Pretty funny. Okay. Now, this is okay because we are going to cover that up. Now, there is one stamp that we're going to put on the inside, so I'm going to keep this out. It says, "It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down." All right, so this, where's my little circle? I also have for my circle, that's fine, I have a little candle. Okay, so I have a black candle, but I cut a little candle wick out with the birthday celebrations dies. I do with them. Did I keep them out? Did I not? Oh yeah, here they are. So I cut this out from the birthday celebrations dies. See this little die here? It's a little candle wick, a candle flame. These are those fun. I cut the 13 out with these. There's lots of fun things you can do with that. So I am going to adhere this little, I decided to make it black, a black candle. Onto this. And then this has adhesive sheet on the back, so I can just kind of peel it off and stick it down. Like that, a little candle. And we'll go ahead and trim this off like so. And then I'm gonna stamp, "It's all fun and games until your metabolism slows down." And this is going to go there. We're going to use every one of the stamps from this stamp set because we got one more and it's going to go on the inside. It's all fun and games. Okay. Now, I had that piece of pretty glimmer paper that we cut that circle out with. Let's close up these inks. I'm going to use one more on the inside, but I'm not sure what color I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to take and adhere this to the glimmer paper. I don't really need this anymore. Okay. So there's that fun panel. I wanted to give it, you don't have to do this, but I thought there's so much sparkle and color and fun. It would be fun to put a ribbon on it. And I did have a ribbon in my original. So you can see here, there's a ribbon there. Okay, so we'll just tie a knot in it, kind of like the original, instead of a bow. Okay. And then we've got our card base that we are going to pop this up on dimensionals, and it's going to be angled like that in the sample card, kind of to the side. So let's give it a good layer of support. Gosh, these little ones are hard to always work with on big spaces, but I'm making it work. Okay. Get all these papers off. This is so fun, this card. I've always wanted to take and make a bunch of sentiments on one card. And you could totally do this with like all different happy birthday sentiments if you don't have this stamp set, but why would you not? You can just order it. It's so cute. It's great for any birthdays above 29. So we're just going to kind of do that to the angle a little bit there at a twangle. And then this is going to go here, popped up on dimensionals. And I just love that it has sparkle on it. Oh, yay, Linda. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. My goodness, come on. Okay. Slide this down a tad. A little too high for where I want it. And it's okay if some of it gets covered. That's okay, because you got all these other fun things. All right, so we have a piece for the inside, and we have this sentiment. I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore. That's pretty funny. Let's see. I think I'm going to stamp it in my tuxedo black. Just put this on my Stampin' mat since it's photopolymer. I'm going to do this a little off center because I have this strip of stuff here and I'm going to put it in here. Oh, it's shorter. How'd that happen? That's okay. I'm still putting it in there. I'm still putting it in there. Now that I'm getting glue everywhere. Wonderful. Okay, so there's our little sparkly strip. And then we'll add this to the inside of our card. My husband was doing laundry today and he came out to me with a dimensional that he found in the laundry when he was putting clothes into the dryer. All right, I'm going to take those dots that I was using earlier. Where did they go? The matte, neutral matte dots, and I'm going to give it some black dots on here just because I can. Oops, that's not what I do. So I got one here, one over here, and one down here. There we go. How fun is this card? Look at all the sparkles and all the fun sentiments. All right, hold on. I don't like where this one is. There, I like it better now. Look at that, so fun. So here is 2016, and there is 2025 version with the not 29 anymore stamp set. Fun way to use this stamp set for sure, in a way that you might not have thought of using it. This was such a fun one. So I did my sample first a little bit different because I kind of messed up, but here's another version. So it has the I don't know about you, but I feel like you're not 29 anymore, but the candle wouldn't fit. So that's why. And then this stamp is actually behind there. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to put the sentiment there, it doesn't matter. So this way I got the candle on, have that cute candle, have the stamp set, the stamp in the inside. So let me show you again the projects that I made for you tonight for this fun week 2 of my 13th birthday celebration. First, we have the cone flower. This was my 2014 reinvention. So let's show you here. Here's 2014. And then we've got our 2015, which was the Nothing's Better Than Autumn. And then this fun stamped pattern background where you make your own pattern. There are 3 fun cards that I just had so much fun making these cards tonight. Which one is your favorite? Coneflower, the autumn card, or the birthday? Aw, thank you, Linda. I'm so glad that you got your Jennifer fix. I need a Linda fix. So which one is your favorite? Coneflower, autumn, or birthday? I want to know. Drop your comments down below, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. Let me know what your favorite one from tonight is. I love finding these old cards. So Debbie likes the coneflower. Sue likes the birthday. Fun. Linda loves them all. Aw, Debbie, I miss you too. I missed you guys a lot not being able to go live on Tuesday. It was no fun sitting in the emergency room. So Debbie, you really like the coneflower, but you love the layering. This is a super fun card. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, you got to do that. Oh, so Julie, this was your favorite. Donna's was coneflower and the birthday. Awesome. Barbara liked number 1. Amanda likes the autumn card. Aw, you guys. This has been so fun. Do we have to say goodnight? It's Saturday night. I'm not used to going live on Saturday night, but it's kind of nice. because I don't have to get up for work tomorrow. And I don't know about you, but my brain gets really jacked up, or like all the neurons are firing in my brain when I go live on Tuesday night, and then I have a hard time. Going to sleep on Tuesday nights. Thank you, Debbie. I'm trying some new stuff in my hair to see how it does with the humidity, because my hair is really humidity affected. And so, yeah, thank you. All right, guys. So don't forget, my birthday special starts today, and it starts today. Lucky number 13. So each pack, when you place a $75 or more order, you are going to get one of these bags. Inside is going to be, from my collection, a stamp set, 48-piece mystery pack of designer series paper, a full brand new embellishment, and a full brand new bolt of ribbon. But someone is also going to get double Stampin' Rewards. I'm going to gift you the equivalent of your Stampin' Rewards. So someone's going to get double Stampin' Rewards, and I have some other fun gifts to throw in to these. So this is going to be super fun, and I'm telling you, I got some good gifts that are going to go out with this. So thank you guys so much. I also shared in the details of my video some upcoming classes and events. So take a peek at that. If you're local to me, I have coffee and cards on Saturday, September 6th. I have actually the end of this month, I do have the Sunshine Vibes class. So if you are not registered, I think the registration ended yesterday on the 15th. I'm going to open it up through tomorrow for the Sunshine Vibes, just because I planned on sharing with you more about that on Tuesday, and I didn't have the chance to. So I will, as soon as I get off, I'll make sure that registration link is open, and you can register for that class to be shipped to you. You just need the Sunshine Vibes stamp set. You will get all the paper and everything, embellishments and ribbon that you need for the class, and you will need your own inks. So super adorable class, and maybe some cards that are different than ones that you've been seeing around with the Sunshine Vibes. So I can't wait to share those with you. So I'll have that open through Sunday, the 17th, and you can still register for that. It will ship out. Where is my calendar here? So the class is the 27th, the last Saturday of the month. So the to-go ship out the week after that, just so you know. But I'd love to have you try out one of my ship to you card classes if you have not tried an event shipped to you yet. I love packaging up the classes, and I just love them. I just love sharing creativity with you. So thank you guys for tuning in to session 2, or week 2 of my 13th birthday. I'm 13, finally. I'm almost a grown-up. Just kidding. I have had so much fun with you guys tonight. So I will be back here live this Tuesday. So look for me live at 8 p.m. on Tuesday with, let's see, 2017, 18, and 19. I'll be doing 3 cards, 2017, 18, and 19 on Tuesday. So have a great night, friends. See you later. Bye.